Good afternoon, bikers. This is Butch Popeye Moss with Texas Biker Radio. Hey, a few minutes on All for One, well, a few minutes ago, I posted an article about Casey Gautreaux, who says she's ready to go to trial. After I wrote that piece and I was looking at the DPS 2017 Gang Assessment Report, which when it deals with motorcycles in that report, it's one page, page 32. Now, the third paragraph from the bottom, I was reading, and I'm fixing to read it to you, what it says there about motorcycle gangs and about support clubs. And I find this really interesting that this is in their report. And let me find page 32 real quick. And I'm going to bring it up. And hang with me a minute. Okay. It says, motorcycle support club may conduct criminal activities at the request of the mother club. Now, this is their words. And they talk about what the criminal activities range from, drug distribution, whatever else, you know, same stuff they've been saying for years. But it says in this paragraph, although not all members of support clubs are involved in criminal activities. Now, I'm going to submit to you that this is the way it is for all motorcycle clubs, not just support clubs. This is all clubs. Not everybody's involved in criminal activities, and as the FBI report said, motorcyclists are opportunists. In other words, some member gets a chance to make some quick money, and he does the deed. And the mother chapter, or however you want to call it, has no clue that they're doing this. And so I'm going to submit to you that right there says it all. They've actually admitted that not everybody's involved in criminal activities. It just doesn't happen in today's society. It doesn't happen with all MCs, and I'm including the Banditos, the Cossacks, whoever else you want to talk about. People have jobs. People have security clearances. People have things that they've got to do to sustain their life and their lifestyle. But I find that very interesting that they've said this in their own words, in their own report, which in the DPS report is just one page. I encourage you to look at it. You can go to Texas Biker Radio and in over to the right, hit the menu bar. It's in files. And it's also connected to that Casey Gautreaux story I just did. Now, this may not help Jake Carizal, but then again, maybe it will. But it also tells us that not all bikers are involved in criminal activities. They said it in their own words, in their own report. And we all know that law enforcement has the same problem. The exact same problem. They have police officers that all of a sudden become opportunists, have a chance to make some big money, and they go for it. I mean, this is what's wrong with Mexico now. I mean, the people down there are poor. They get a chance to make some money. They're going to do it. They're going to send drugs north into this country. They're going to do everything they can do to survive. But I submit to you that most bikers up here that we know have jobs, or they're retired. They have the wherewithal to ride expensive motorcycles. And in all my time, I've damn sure not seen anybody riding around with a sex slave or smuggling an illegal alien north on the back of their motorcycles. I mean, let's have some common sense, please. Now, as of right now, we plan on being out in front of the courthouse on Monday morning. And what we're going to be out there for is the fact that, hey, we have bikers that have been denied their constitutional rights. We have innocent bikers that are going to be standing trial that were not involved in the fight in the parking lot. And we want the public in Waco to know this. Now, our ads are going to be going out this week in the Waco Tribune. I'm sure some of you have already seen that on All for One. But we will be peaceful. We already know that the courts there are going to try to intimidate the jury or sway the jury with an abundant amount of law enforcement officers around. But we want the citizens of Waco to recognize what's going on, that they shouldn't be swayed by this, that it's an act designed to taint the jury. With that, everybody, have a great day. Ride safe. Ride safe. This is Butch Popeye Moss with Texas Biker Radio. Thank you for listening. Have a good evening.
Come Monday, October the 9th, about 0900, right outside the auxiliary courtroom door of the McLennan County Courthouse, a couple of hundred people who were summoned for jury duty will show up, and their job will be to fill out a questionnaire of about 60 questions that are designed to eliminate those who can be eliminated for cause, who have some prejudicial reason why they just cannot serve on a jury, to find the guilt or innocence of Bandito Jake Carzal from Dallas, Texas. Carzal is accused of leading a group of banditos, including his father and his son, to Twin Peaks Restaurant on May the 17th, 2015, with the intent of going there to cause violence, and that this violence led to the capital murder and or aggravated assault of a number of persons. That's a lot to have to prove. But the issue that we the people, we the bikers of Texas are asking for is very simple. We would like for the people of Waco, our people, to show up and show their solidarity with folks who have been accused of something that is not proven. An information that leads to a charge is no proof of guilt. An indictment is no presentment of guilt. Anything said in the media is not to be considered as evidence. These people will have to prove their allegations, and that's a tall order. Now, why would people want to show up at an event like that? To just stand there in silence and not disrupt, not cause any problems, don't try to talk to the prospective Venarman, just stand there and show their support. Why? Well, let's consider what's gone on before. There's another defendant named Cody Ledbetter. His phone was one of more than 340 some odd phones that were seized from those who were arrested and charged. Some were returned to their owners. Others are unaccounted for. But at any rate, on Mr. Ledbetter's phone, there was video and there were still photographs of he and his wife making love. Now, the last thing that his attorney, Paul Looney, ever wanted to do was make a public issue out of that. He tried every way in the world to sway the prosecution, to have them call back the evidence that had been sent to more than 150 defense attorneys as discovery, recall those pictures, and then return the evidence to them. They wouldn't do it. Wouldn't even talk about it. The judge, Judge Ralph T. Struther, who has been recused in 4 cases, wouldn't even hold a hearing, wouldn't even discuss it with the man. So I put it to you, women of Waco, women of McLennan County, are you going to stand by and let them besmirch your sister's honor when she doesn't have anything to do with it? This lady is not charged with a crime. Her husband went there for what reason? He went there to attend a meeting of the Confederation of Clubs. They took his phone. They've still got it. You're going to stand by and let them do something like that? Or are you going to show your solidarity as women with someone who's being castigated? She's the woman at the well. She's being castigated for what? For being a loving wife. You can show your support by just standing there and letting the world know that you think that Abel Reyna and his staff should be disqualified because of their frankly outrageous behavior. The judge who let him get away with it, he's already been recused. So I put it to you, I'm the legendary Jim Parks, and I'm going to be there to cover this as a news event, and I'm just telling you why. And there's one simple reason why. Because I can. I do have that right. I want that understood. And so I'm here to tell you that the floggings are definitely going to continue until morale improves. The legendary Jim saying, hey, nobody said that they're glad that you're here, that you made it back alive wherever you've been. Well, I did. So mote it be. Adios, amigos y amigas.